So, let me start basic models of oligopoly. This is called Bertrand competition. I will just put this down. Suppose your demand curve d1 of P1 P2 is equal to d1 of is equal to d of P1 if P1 is less than P2. It's equal to 0 if P1 is greater than P2, is equal to half of d of P1 if P1 is equal to P2. So, let us suppose we have a situation where there are two firms, the product is homogeneous and firms compete in prices. There is a market demand, right, just like anytime, anywhere, and but the demand function that you face, it is not the market demand, right, it depends on the price the other guy charges. So, this is like an extreme situation, right. If the other guy charges, if you charge a price which is lower than the other guy's price, then everybody buys from you. And if you charge a price which is higher than the other guy's price, nobody buys from you. And of course, if you charge the same prices, then you share the market. So, it is like situation where obviously the product is homogeneous. So, there is no reason to buy from anyone, prefer one supplier, one firm over another. Whoever charges the lower price, you buy. So, you are trying to buy mineral water bottles and there are two shops next to each other. You go and say, what is the price? Buy from the guy with the lower price. P1 equal to P2 question mark. What prices will you charge? Let us suppose I have not said anything about cost. So, cost is the constant marginal cost. So, marginal cost equals C. So, first of all you can say, ask yourself, can P1 be not equal to P2? Then one guy is not making any money, right. Whoever is the higher price is like sell nothing, right. Take all your mineral water bottles at the end of the evening and go home, nothing being sold. So, it must be the case P1 equals P2, that much is okay. But can it be greater than C? So, it cannot happen that P1 equals to P2 is greater than C, because then each firm will have an incentive to undercut the other guy and get the whole market. So, then what has to happen is P1 is equal to P2 is equal to C. In equilibrium, the prices should be equal to the marginal cost. Just a step away from a monopoly. Monopoly is one firm, this is like two firms. And then what are you getting? You are getting the perfectly competitive outcome just with two firms. So, therefore, this is also sometimes called the Bertrand paradox, that with two firms you get the perfectly competitive outcome. If this was the case, then as a public policy you are always worried about monopoly, what will happen, this, that, and so just or monopolization, but this is saying do not worry. So, this is obviously a very strong and counterintuitive result. So, you might ask yourself, why are you getting this result? Homogeneous, first of all, because you are saying that the product, and remember again, homogeneity means much more than just being physically the same. It is at the same location at the same time. Suppose the costs were different. Suppose the cost was C1 and C2. So, what would be, and let us suppose C1 is less than C2. What would happen? Since C1 is less than C2, firm 1 can always undercut firm 2. So, he will set a price which is marginally less than the C2. See, there is something else which is kind of peculiar, right? What happens? Now, we are assuming that when both firms are there in the market, if one firm charges a price which is lower than the other firm, the firm which charges the lower price gets the whole market. So, it must actually have or produced enough to be able to serve that, right. You sell 1,000 bottles of mineral water. So, in this is a very strange situation. Every day both these firms come to the market with 1,000 bottles and then they sell 500 each, and every day they take home 500, and then the next day they come again with 1,000 bottles and then they only sell 500. So, this assumes that each firm can serve the whole market, that they have enough capacity, and that is because of this constant marginal cost. If, as usual, we would expect that the marginal cost should be rising, then of course, this problem could be avoided. But it sort of gives you an indication as to what direction to go in. First of all, we found this out when we were talking about perfect competition as well. Being in a market where the product is homogeneous is not good, right. You must attempt at some sort of product differentiation, otherwise, and then if you are in a homogeneous market and then homogeneous good market and then you are trying to compete in prices, life will be difficult, as all of our telecom firms have been finding out, and all the airlines have been finding out. If you, because again, I mean, what is flying? I don't care. I mean, as long as this guy will take me to my destination, I can fly any airline. So, the product is pretty much homogeneous, and then you are going to compete in terms of prices. You are not going to make money. Similarly, telecom. Why do I care whether it is Vodafone or Airtel or Idea? Calling is calling. I want the other person to hear what I have to say. So, consequently, again there is no, and you are competing in prices, you will find it difficult to make money.